Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the Marvel Legends Adam Warlock, the Infinity Gauntlet. I know that's the name of the book. I don't know how they're doing these classifications nowadays. Are these all just technically standalone releases? I guess they are, except they come with comics. I don't know. It's the Infinity Gauntlet Adam Warlock, and it's another figure from Hasbro. So let's go ahead and get it off the stand and take a closer look. Alright, before we look at the figure, I do want to show you my package. I do think these new packages are nice looking. I think it is just a gimmick, though, to put them on the card. I mean, like, okay, so it's a gimmick in that you're getting less for your money than you used to get, and the prices keep going up. It is a nice package, though, so if you are into this sort of thing, then it's not a gimmick, it's just a nice looking package. So there's that. I will note one little side note, because I've had a lot of people ask me how I opened the packages in the past in order to keep them looking like they haven't been opened. It was easy. You just cut a flap down here. You can't do that with these because you have this thing over here which makes that not work. So you have to cut all kinds of extra cutting. So that sucks. You can't open it and make it look unopened. But yeah, it's a good looking package regardless. Alright, so there you go. If you like packaging, you might like it, or you might not. If you don't like packaging, it doesn't matter. This guy stands about we'll just call it 6.5 to the top of where his head would be. His hair does stick up a little bit from there. And that's going to be about 16.5 centimeters, give or take. Here he is up against Darwin. The scale creep is real. This is the new standard body, and Darwin used to be on one of the standard bodies. Yep, they're getting bigger and bigger. Oh man, that they did that to that chest. We'll get to that. Okay, so yeah, this guy's in stock at Big Bad Toy Store. If you want to get one, I'll put a link in the description below. I'm reviewing this one specifically because I got a lot of people asking me to review it. And I'm not super sure why, because it's basically just Vulcan with a cape, but we're going to review it. So, question of the day, do you like Adam Warlock? I know he has been an integral part in some storylines. I don't know, does he count as a top tier character though? I know he's been important, but is he a top tier character? That's like a double question of the day. Let me know what you think. I'm guessing a lot of people who collect Marvel Legends want him for very specific purposes, and not because he's like their favorite character. But let me know. Maybe some people do favorite this character. Alright, so let's talk about the aesthetic. It is just the Vulcan body as far as I can tell. Like, I didn't pull one out to check, but it looks like it to me. It's got all the basic bare body parts. So, it's fine. It is a better body than a lot of the ones we've seen. Somebody asked me to talk about the fact that it's got a V taper. Yeah, it does. It is a better looking body than a lot of the Marvel Legends. His waist is narrow, his hips don't stick out a bunch. He's generally better looking for sure. There's still a lot of room for improvement on this body, and we'll mention that briefly as we go into the rest of the aesthetic. But first I want to talk about the fact that it is a super lazy basic figure. He's got the painted on, whatever, if you want to call them, high boots. Are they supposed to be boots even? I didn't even think to look. I never paid that much attention to Adam Warlock's design. But the separations in his colors are just actually at the bicep cut and then painted on. So it's really, really cheap and minimal looking. We have the painted cape, which is fine. It doesn't look too bad or too good. It's just acceptable. It's fine. There's like no effort into it though. There's no shading. There's nothing. It looks so basic. The best thing about this guy would be the head sculpt, I'd say. And he's a little bit yellow. Oh, I was going to leave that in there just to let people freak out, but no, he's supposed to be yellow. Isn't there a version of him where he's not yellow, though? Am I missing something? I remember there being a version of him not being yellow. If that's the case, he should have had an alternate head, but he doesn't. But yeah, that's a really nice head sculpt. If I had to guess, I'd say I know who that sculptor is. They often look similar in style, but it's a nice head sculpt. The paint job actually works pretty well around the eyes, especially. The mouth is alright. The hair is really nicely done. It's nice to see some shading in there. Not bad. It's by far the best part of this figure. Otherwise, it is just the most generic, bland figure there ever was, which is fine if you're okay with that for Marvel Legends, because this is a decent body, so if you're just trying to add spots, he fills the spot. He's fine. There's nothing special about him. There's nothing particularly bad. It is just, it's fine with a decent head sculpt. So I'll give it a 7 for the aesthetic. Now for the accessories, get ready to be wowed. We have one trigger finger hand and one gripping hand on them in the package. I don't know why we have a trigger finger hand, that's funny. Then you do get 2 fist hands, so that's alright. You get the Infinity Gauntlet hand and a sleeve, and so that's good. You can probably put that on a bunch of different figures because the sleeve just slides over the forearm. It's going to definitely work on anybody using Vulcan's body, but it'll work on most figures. And then the fist pegs are all the same, so other than size, and since he's a basic figure, like a standard build, the hand should fit on most people, and it's done well enough, I guess, that if you want to give other people the Infinity Gauntlet, that's cool. You get the stick, which I'm pretty sure we saw before. We've seen this before, right? So you get the stick, and then you get the comic, which is, like I said before, it's super nice quality print job on that, but it is just a hunk of plastic, and it is black plastic, which is super strange, and it says Marvel Legends on the back. That's such a weird thing to do. Like, they even half-assed the comics. I don't get it. Like, you could print your own, probably, if you go to, like, is Kinko's still around? Some place that prints things, and just print your own. Or even like go to like Walgreens.com and print some photos up with some tiny comics on there, and you can make your own. And it'll probably look better than this, so it's whatever. Accessory wise, 7 out of 10, I guess. It's fine. There's nothing special about it at all, though, except for the convenient Infinity Gauntlet, which I'm sure a lot of people will like to have, so that's cool. Alright, for articulation, this guy is Vulcan. there's not a lot to say. That's why I'm not really sure why so many people were asking me to review this guy. It's not a standout thing. The cape fits on him well enough, so that's fine. I didn't mention it because it was unremarkable. But let's talk about the rest. Alright, so articulation wise, the head is on the old antiquated joint. Yeah, the skin tone doesn't match perfectly, but you can't really see it when you leave the cape on, so that's fine. So you have the forward and back, no leaning side to side, just rotation, and then like a little wiggle. So there's that. There's the barely useful butterfly joint. You get your full rotation in your shoulder. Shoulders go up to about horizontal, comfortably. You get your bicep swivel, which is still segmented and bubbly looking. You get your double jointed elbow, which is fine. That's alright. You get your wrists swivel and hinge. The hinge is vertical, so that's really nice on the melee hand. And the trigger finger hand, not sure why we have that, but it's a vertical hinge, so that's good. And then you get your ab crunch that goes back that is just like, we don't have to try to make it look like anything. Let's just put the joint in there and chop it up. It's such a thing to note nowadays that there's so much competition out there. Like, there's no reason for your action figure to look like that. That looks like a body horror image from a horror movie. Why is it shaped like that? That is the strangest thing. Strangest thing. And I don't have a problem with the ab crunch waist twist combo functionally, but you have to do it properly, and they just don't even try. It's so ugly. And then, of course, you do get your waist twist. Alright, for the hips, they go up about that far. Like I've mentioned before, this body being a relatively new one and the one that they plan to use 1,000 times, pretty unremarkable. He can't even bring his leg up to horizontal. Going out to side, no, we don't get splits. Because why would we bother fixing the legs to make them do splits? It's so hard to just adjust that pivot point a little bit. They don't go back at all really either. Thigh swivel is fine. Double jointed knee is... oh my gosh, these pinless joints are sometimes quite stiff. There we go. So the knee works fine. That is alright. The proportioning is good on this body for the legs. That's a good thing. The knees are mismatched in color. You do get your boot swivel if you like that sort of thing. Ankles go back and forward well enough. Ankle rocker is pretty good, not even needing the boot swivel, which is just the most hideous thing if you ask me. But the ankles work well enough on their own. We do still have the Crocs though. Adam Warlock wore Crocs famously in the Infinity Gauntlet saga, so they did recreate that accurately. So yeah, his articulation, run-of-the-mill, not impressive, especially for being the newer build. It's not good. It is just fine. It's alright. And so it'll get a 7. So, time for the final verdict on this release. Is it anything special? I mean, compared to a lot of Marvel Legends, it looks pretty good. Like, a lot of them are really bad. The proportioning and shapes are not good. This one's one of the better ones. This body is alright. You still get the cuts in the arms that you don't need. You still get all the joints that don't have anywhere near the range they should have. You still get an unpainted figure that looks like a kid's toy. So it's like, I just don't see it. I don't see it. They're getting cheaper and cheaper, and they've been doing this for a long time, but at least back then the prices weren't going up at the same time. Now the prices are going up and the figures are getting cheaper and cheaper. Honestly, the only thing that's actually good about this figure, not good compared to most Marvel Legends, but good, actually good, is the head. The head's pretty solid. Like, no real complaints on that. That's fine. You could always do better. I don't care about that. The point is, it's actually a decent head. It looks nice. The rest of this figure, nobody's going to see it and be like, oh, wow, that's nice. Ever. Ever. Unless they've only seen worse Marvel Legends. And that's not good enough, if you ask me. I'll give this guy an overall rating of 7. He's fine to add to the collection. If you wanted an Adam Warlock, then yeah, hey. It's cool. He comes with an Infinity Gauntlet, and the figure is not offensive. That's the best I can say about it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But that's it for me, so thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, you should. I have new videos just about every single day, and thousands already on the channel. So make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.